Hello everyone, welcome back to Changfied YouTube channel, your trusted source for latest update across South Sudan and beyond. In today's report, we have a new development that has taken place in the ongoing court case involving suspended first Vice President Riek Machar and 7 other defendants. Before we proceed with this update, I would like you to help the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell, so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. A court hear new request in Riek Machar trial as prosecutors seek faster proceeding. A new development has taken place in the ongoing court case involving suspended first Vice President Dr. Riek Machar and 7 other defendants. During the 92 court session held on Friday at Freedom Hall in Juba, prosecutors asked the special court to allow the remaining accused person to submit written defense statement instead of giving a long oral testimony in court. According to the prosecution, this change would help reduce the time spent during court session and allow the trial to move forward more quickly while still protecting the legal right of the accused. Lead prosecutor Ajo Ony Oisa told the court that South Sudan Code of Criminal Procedures allow defendant to submit written statement. He explained that once a written statement is presented to the court, the judge can include it in the official court record. The prosecutor said 2 of the accused, Port Kangchul and Mampal Dor, have already submitted long written defense statement. He argued that reading and recording this statement in full has taken a great deal of the court time. Well, for that reason, the prosecution requested that the remaining defendant simply read their prepared statement before signing them, after which the court would officially add them to the case record. The prosecution believed this approach would reduce the amount of note-taking required during each hearing and help speed up the trial without limiting the defendant's opportunity to explain their position. However, the defense team strongly disagreed with the proposal. Defense lawyers Kulu Al-Kur argued that this is a serious criminal case and that every accused person has the right to personally explain their side of the story before the court. He said that oral testimony allowed the judges to hear directly from the accused and understand the circumstances surrounding the case. According to the defense, this right should not be limited simply because the court wants to complete the trial more quickly. The lawyer also reminded the court that the defendant have already spent approximately 1 year and 3 months in detention. He argued that shortening their opportunity to speak should not be fair considering the seriousness of the charges they face. Following argument from both sides, presiding Judge Deng postponed the hearing until Monday. Judge postponed the hearing to June 29, 2026. During the next session, the third accused person is expected to continue presenting his defense. Riek Machar remained under house arrest while the 7 co-defendants continue to be held in National Security Service detention facility in Juba. The co-accused include Port Kangchul, Mampal Dor, Gadwich Lampoch, Lieutenant General Gabriel Doblam, Camilo Gad Michael, Mading Yakrik, and Dominic Gadgokrik. They are facing several serious criminal charges including murder, conspiracy, terrorism, destruction of property, and crime against humanity. According to Prosecutors, force linked to the SPLA-IO and the Y Army, attacked the Nasser military garrison in March 2025. The prosecution alleged that the attack resulted in the deaths of 257 South Sudan People Defense Force including force soldiers, including General David Majudak. The prosecution also claimed that military equipment value at approximately $58 million was either destroyed or taken during the attack. According to the defendant denied all of the charges brought against them. As the trial continues, one of the main issues before the court is how to balance the need for an efficient legal process with the defendant's right to fully present their defenses. The court's future decision on this procedural question could affect how quickly the case moves forward, but the determination of guilt or innocent will ultimately depend on the evidence and legal arguments presented during the trial. The next hearing is expected to continue with the defense case as the court works through one of South Sudan's most closely watched legal proceedings. During the previous hearing, a prosecutor told the court that both Potkang and Mampal had already submitted detailed written defense statement. According to the prosecution, these documents were lengthy and required a great deal of time for the court to record. Because of this, the prosecution asked the court to change the procedure for the remaining defendants. Instead of having every word dictated and recorded during the hearing, prosecutor requested that the accused simply read their written statement, sign them, and allow the court to include them in the official record. Later, prosecutor Ajo Onyo Oisa argued that this approach follows South Sudan criminal procedures law and would help the court complete the trial more efficiently. He said the goal was not to deny the accused their right to defend themselves, but to reduce delay and save valuable court time. However, the defense team strongly objected. Defense lawyer Kulu Alkur argued that this is a serious criminal trial involving major charges, including treason, murder, terrorism, conspiracy, destruction of property, and crime against humanity. He said every accused person has the legal right to explain their case directly before the judges through oral testimony. According to defense, reading a prepared statement is not the same as allowing the accused to fully explain the fact, answer question, and personally present their version of event. The lawyer also reminded the court that the defendant have already spent more than a year in detention and should be given every opportunity to defend themselves fairly. In earlier hearing, Potkang presented his defense before the court. During his testimony, he rejected the prosecution allegation and claimed he was not responsible for the event that led to the violence in Nasser. He also made allegations against senior government officials regarding the event surrounding the conflict. Those claims form part of his defense and have not been established as fact by the court. Mampal also submitted a written defense statement as part of the ongoing proceeding like the other defendant. He has denied the charges brought against him. After listening to argument from both the prosecution and the defense, the presiding judge did not issue an immediate ruling on the request. Instead, the court adjourned the proceeding. When the third accused was expected to continue presenting his defense, the case remained one of South Sudan's most closely watched legal proceedings. Prosecutors continue to pursue the charges while while all of the defendants, including Honorable Potkang and Mampal Duore, maintain that they are not guilty, the court will ultimately decide the case after considering all of the evidence and argument presented during the trial. Well, if you are new to Changfied YouTube channel, I would like you to take the channel by subscribing, turn on the notification bell so whenever we upload a new video, you can be notified. Bye-bye.